And how did you actually distribute it? Were the people actually coming to?
Yeah. So we used to. The three of us who went from here. So we had a team of three, and each team used to have 4 to 5 people. And we used to go to a village early morning after Fajr. Say about 6 o'clock. We used to go to the village. First thing we have to do when we get to the village is meet the chief and meet the Imam. It's very important because there's all tribes there.
Right.
So every village will have at least 3 chiefs and 3 Imam or 4 Imam or 5 Imam. To meet them, sit down and make mashwara with them and see how you're going to distribute this food. So we'll ask them how many families you've got. So each family will get a Russian card. Right. So there we call it a zakat card. Right. So every family we give them a zakat card. So that used to take us at least good 4 hours to distribute because covering 400 houses will take you at least good 4 hours. And it's all walking. So you'll be walking at least 12 to 13 kilometers every single day. So getting to the village was one mission because of the road conditions are horrendous there. It's all desert, that's why. Getting there, then distributing these cards, it's another mission. And after Zohar and afternoon, we used to tell them a location, that there's going to be a truck at this location. You come here, so we used to have at least, say, sometimes 400 or sometimes a big village, 800 family turning up to this location to collect their food. Now, food distribution, the package we used to give used to be 10 kilos of maize flour, 5 kilos of rice, 2 kilos of tea, 2 kilos of sugar, 5 kilos of beans, and a liter of oil. We used to distribute to each family, which roughly used to cost us, one package used to cost us about £12.
Okay. And how long would, on an average family would it last?
It lasts, say, about 10 days.
What, 10 days?
10 days. After all that, yes, only 10 days.
So after 10 days you have to go through the whole...
Well, this is the amazing thing we saw there, because we used to go in people's home, we used to see around, look around, because you have to remember, they're not purpose-built houses. It's like igloo made out of grass. And it's only about 4 foot by 4 foot, and you've got 10 people living in there. You've got 3 beds, and people used to have only 1 pair of clothes on. And that's the only pair they used to have. Children we used to see in the morning, they used to wash their clothes and hang them up and just put a blanket over them to cover themselves until the clothes are dry. I used to enter a few houses I entered, I looked around. Obviously the kitchen used to be only 2 bricks and they used to burn stone, because you have to remember, north of Kenya, it's got no kind of electricity, no kind of gas, and the majority of the cases you've got no reception. So even if you have a mobile, it's pointless. You can't phone anyone. So obviously there's no electricity, so no kind of electric equipment you'll find there. No gas, it's obvious, no cookers, no heaters or anything. So the kitchen used to be only 2 bricks. They used to put wood in between and put pot on top of the brick and cook, if they have food to cook. And I went in a few houses, but every house I used to go in and used to look around, I never used to see any food. So I used to think to myself, what do these people live on? Because we will be giving them 10 days ration. After that, so then we remembered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's Allah the one who sustains everyone. Because there's thousands and thousands of people, and we're traveling village and village and taking days and hours and effort we're going through, and that's only for 10 days. And after that, who's going to do that?
And what about the people's reaction there when you came along?
Very, very calm. They don't fight over the food. If they get food, they're happy. If they don't get food, they're happy. In every condition, these people are very, very calm and happy. And very, very safe place. The places we went, it was very, very safe. There was no stealing, there was no killing, nothing.
Because a lot of the missions that we see reports of, we usually see a truck with all these people fighting for the food, but it wasn't like that.
No. The thing is, you have to go through the right channel. If you go through the right channel to the right people, then it becomes easier. Because you can remember, Caravan of Mercy was telling us before, the very first year they used to go into the village and start distributing, which you can't. You have to have lays with the chief and the Imam and the big people of the chief. And then you have to have basically a rope with you, in other words, and like make an area, a secured area for all your food and plan and everything. And then when they come to collect the food, you have to stand in a line. If they don't, then it becomes a chaos. Then you don't know who's took food and who hasn't.
And presumably Caravan of Mercy have now really got things
they've well organized there. Well organized.
And I mean, for you personally, I mean, how was the experience for you?
Very first time, it was a hard mission because we used to start at 4 o'clock. It used to be Fajr namaz. And after Fajr, we used to start distributing the cards and everything. Food and everything. By that time, it used to be 9, 10 o'clock at night. So basically, it used to be 18 hours shift. Every single day we were doing. And sometime, what used to happen, we had to travel overnight to get to the place. For example, one place we went, it was only 160 kilometers. But you have to remember, if it's only 160 kilometers, so 100 miles, it will take you a good 6 hours there to travel 100 miles. So if you've gone that far, then there's no chance of you coming back. So what will you? Some of the places what I used to have to do was take a bistara, take a sleeping bag with me, and sleep under a tree.
Right.
Yes. So we experienced that too. Sleeping outside with the hyenas.
Oh, okay.
A lot of wild animals there.
Right.
So you have to remember, it's very, there, what happened that they used to have, what they have is house in the middle, or the masjid in the middle, and have thorn all the way around.
Right.
So just to keep the wild animals out.
Yeah.
But there, the places we went, we saw cheetah, lion, hyenas, a lot of giraffes. So you got all the wildlife, ospreys, all these animals you find there. But you have to be careful too. Sleeping outside is not that safe.
Yeah,
you got be safe, but not the animals.
I would imagine it would. Did you get much sleep with all the hyenas?
No, the first night I heard, they told me there's hyenas about me. Huh? Because how do you sleep here? I said, you just sleep in your bistara and just wish for the best. You wake up for Fajr.
Is there a tent actually that you put up around?
No.
Just
open.
Just be sleeping but under
a tree. Under a tree. Wow. I've got a few clips on the computer, on the pictures camera, where it actually shows a mosquito nest hanging down from a tree and my bistara on the floor, and that's it.
All that was between the hyenas and the cheetahs was your mosquito nest.
Yeah, my mosquito nest. I just took my head in bistara.
And what about, I mean, the children there?
Children are very, very nice.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of children. Pity that most of the children has to work most of the day, but they have school, they have madrasa. The timetable for them, most of the children used to be was Fajr. They read Fajr namaz. After Fajr namaz, from 6 to 8 they used to have maktab there, maktab system. But maktab system, you won't think there was madrasa or something there. Just under a tree.
Right.
So under a tree, all the children you see really loud. So about 6 o'clock in the morning, everywhere used to go, is to hear children read Quran, alhamdulillah. And the Quran, they never used to have Quran like we have. It's only on a piece of wood. So whatever the sabak was, what the lesson was, they used to write on a piece of wood, and they learn that, and then carry on like that to learn the Quran. And from 9 to 11, they have school, and then obvious from 2 to 6 again, or 5, they used to have maktab. And after 5, everyone's at home because it's pitch black, because of no lights.
Right.
But the children used to be very, very nice and good.
Actually, I mean, they're
very helpful to us. They used to take us around anyway.
Yeah, children are usually they must be very fond of.
You have to remember one thing: the women and the girls are very, very shy. Very, very shy. Even if the girls are going past here, they'll throw their burqa over their face. And they'll cover the face. And if you take a camera out, they'll run a mile from you.
Right. Okay. I mean, you mentioned earlier about the girls who were bringing the water up from the wells. I mean, what are is there much manual labor they have to do with the kids there?
Just the water, basically. Or sometimes they have to graze the animals.
Right.
If they do have animals, they might have to graze. But if they have to graze the animals, they might have to go good 10 kilometers out. Right. One place we went, middle of nowhere, no one there. And we saw this 4-year-old girl, I've got a picture of her, and 4-year-old grazing animals. And there's no one there. Yeah, because they have to go out.
4-year-old?
A 4-year-old grazing animal.
Wow. Amazing.
Amazing.